Andrew Grayson is on strike until the Avengers Doomsday trailer is released, leaving yours truly back in the hosting hot seat. Kevin! He won't eat, Kevin! He won't sleep! Release the trailer, Kevin! It's April. It's the catch-up. Welcome to the With Space Podcast! What's happening, troops? And welcome back to the With Space Podcast! I am your guest host, Craig Andrew Mooney, and joining me today are two other men who love the sound of their own voices. We have respected voice actor Josef Boone. Baby Boone, how you doing?
Hello. That is the most scathing thing you've ever said about me, Mooney.
Yeah. I added, it was a complisalt though, I said respected voice actor.
I like it. Yeah. I respect it.
Thank you. And the man who will give you his Gaston impression at the drop of a hat, Polly Smack, Paul Stirrett.
Thank you, Craig Andrew Money. But who does that girl think she is? She's tangled with the wrong man. It's Polly Smack, after all.
Are you the man or the girl in this instance?
I was going for Belle in that one. Was that obvious?
It would fit some of other impressions, to be fair. It does fit in. That would make sense. How are we both? It's been a while since we've had you both on the podcast together. We had a little interchange the last couple of weeks with Joseph doing Invincible and Paul doing The Boys. Was it? Was it The Boys, Paul? Yeah. So how are we doing? How are we doing, lads? What's up?
I think it's time to come clean about the Withmates controversy at this point, because obviously myself and Paul had not been on podcasts together. Mm-hmm. It's because we fell out, wasn't it, Paul?
It is true.
Yeah.
You did doth upset the Smack.
Yeah. Can you share the viewers as to what I did to upset you? Remind us all.
Well, it was a quiet evening at the end of March. We did doth meet up for a cinema trip. However, that was, unbeknownst to myself, you had chosen the wrong time. I had said 5 o'clock. You had said 6 o'clock. The film started at 5, Joseph, not at 6. But of course, I had to go and see it because I had plans. Paul had big Smack plans after the film, and I couldn't wait. So I said, screw it. And I went in.
And I showed up an hour late, halfway through the film. I was talking on my large Motorola phone.
It's true. It's enormous.
You weren't. It was about like a mile long. You didn't like it at all. I spilt somebody's popcorn. And we had a big domestic in the foyer of Cineworld.
We did. We really did.
Yeah.
I mean, the staff were no help whatsoever.
Actually, the staff were very, very helpful. They were so helpful in showing us to our seats, getting us our food at the separate times, and also with the Cineworld Plus card.
Unlimited card, Joseph. Get it fucking right. Jesus. Oh. You know that thing that you definitely have, Joseph? That thing that you know all four of us have?
The thing that I've got. I forget the name of it. I've got so many cards for so many things. I can't remember what is what. I got a new CEX card. I didn't know they redid them. It's now it's now the wrong shape. I don't like it.
Actually, you're right. You're right. The only thing that could calm us down was when we sat down with unlimited cards in hand, and we looked up at the screen and we thought, movies, yeah. And then we sort of just said, I don't want to be on a pod with you for the next one or so, and then we, but
what was the film? What was the film that you were planning on seeing?
The film.
We'll say it at the same time. We'll say it at the same time.
Okay. All right. Ready?
Okay.
3.
Okay.
3,
2, 1. Love Actually.
Pardon.
Love Paddington. Okay. Fantastic.
Please do not
Both films
Google
starring
that.
Hugh Grant. We still kissed afterwards, so it's fine.
That's true. That's true.
That's okay. That's okay then. All right. Fair enough. So do we have other than the falling out? Has anything happened, guys? Any news? We usually start off with anything that's happened professionally, personally. Anything you want to catch us up on or the viewers up on?
There is nothing right now that I can announce.
Oh,
Fantastic. We love to hear it. We love to
There's
hear these
nothing
kind
right
of
now
things.
that I can announce.
That's what we want. That's what we want.
Oh.
Tease them, Joseph.
Oh,
I like it.
I'm so
Okay.
curious.
There are signatures on paper that mean I cannot speak about anything.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Nice.
Oh, actually, something fun professionally. I bumped into Alan Cumming. Well, he was leaving the building, so he was Alan going at the moment, but I still bumped into him.
Solid
Nobody
joke.
was hurt. Don't
Well,
worry.
as long as he was enjoying himself.
He was. He's currently doing a play up in Aberdeen. And I work up there in the theatre occasionally, and I bumped into him, and he had a very big pompadour wig on. He was very lovely, a really
That's good.
lovely, charming individual.
Good to hear these things. We love it, especially Scottish actors. We love to hear we're all lovely people. Paul, anything you want to update anyone on? You got anything to share?
Smack has been currently working on something, but I'm at the very boring part of it where I'm vigorously firing off emails in order to make sure things are as they should be. And I don't want to do a premature Smack and announce it before it's ready. So I've
Please
got
don't.
something. I've got something in the oven. I've got there's a Smack somewhere.
All
But
is with child.
at the moment I cannot. I'm pregnant with ideas, but I just can't birth said Smack at the moment. Thank you, Joseph. Yes,
Fair.
that was an apt metaphor.
Yes, and as
Craig,
someone
do you
who
have any
knows,
announcements?
yes, as someone who knows what Paul is talking about, I'm also very excited about it, and I am adjacently involved as well. So I'm excited for people to know about that.
It's going to be the first With Mates podcast baby. And that little fucker's going to be farmed for content.
Exactly. He was a.
You're part of the machine now.
We're
He
gonna
was
get the
adjacently
onesie on it,
involved.
you know, yeah, yes, adjacently. You know what that means. You all know that.
Maybe more horizontally.
Oh God, no.
No, we moving swiftly
Moving
on.
on. So, but my news. I'll be when this airs. I'll already would have been there, but I'll be off to Liverpool Comic-Con. I'm going to Liverpool Comic-Con this weekend. It's the first weekend in May. It's going to be hopefully a lovely time. It's going to be busy, we hope. Busy, lots of people going. It's one of the biggest Comic-Cons in the UK, and I'm going there with my book, The Rebel of Time. I'm also going there with Essay and Verse Studios with all our lovely comic books. So if you are a fan who watches this but also knows about all that stuff as well, then come see us, come say hi in Liverpool. Looking forward to meeting you all. But yeah, that's what I'm up to this weekend. I've been prepping for that today and tomorrow, so it should be fun. Should be fun.
Do you know what there needs to be?
Yeah.
What?
Smackacon. Smackacon.
Yeah.
Is that like
Smackacon.
Shaka Khan? But
It could be, yeah. But it's a convention with all sort of Polly Smack stuff.
So I imagine SmackCon would be like an old Matalan car park where you've just set up
Yeah.
a tent and you go in and you just smack someone and it's like a line round the block, but it's a horrible disused Matalan car park. There's like an old rundown Toby Carvery across the road. There's like, yeah, I feel it's dystopian, but without it being dystopia.
There's lots of people there with their cars. They're They're not there for the con though. They're there for another reason. But yeah,
People keep
yeah.
flashing their headlamps at you. You're like, I'm just trying to smack folks. What merch would you sell at SmackCon, Paul?
Oh, Smack cups, Smack t-shirts, promote Smack the movie.
A big foam finger. It's a big hand.
It's a big hand. Yeah.
Yes.
The Smack foam hand. Yeah. Very good.
Would you have like a bobblehead, but instead of the head bobbling, it's just the hand? You've got a big hand and it just bobbles like that.
Do you know what, Joseph? I'm promoting you to the marketing and merchandise man.
I've got merch ideas out the wazoo. I've got like an idea for like the little Andrew doll that you made.
Yeah.
We make another one of them with a little pull string, and he says like his famous quotes, like his little jingles, or like best show on television, things like that. Like he's got
What's happening, troops?
Phrases. What's happening, troops? That'd be a good one.
Eternals was all right.
It's like he's here. We've got one of Craig is just him sighing.
Yes.
Just sighing at everything we do.
Yes.
And mine is just an empty box because I'm rarely here.
Mm.
It's just an empty blister box.
An empty box in our hearts.
Thank you, Paul.
We love it when we get all the band together. We do. And unfortunately, Andrew couldn't be here today. He's not on strike. Just to be clear, he's just on tech unavail for today. So hopefully he'll be back for our next week's podcast, which I think, dare I say, we are doing. Is it Daredevil finale next week? I think it must be.
I believe we are. I'm almost caught up on Daredevil.
Oh,
yes.
Good. Enjoying?
You know what? I am enjoying it. I do have several gripes about the show, but it's from a production standpoint. And I think it's just indicative of how TV shows are shot nowadays. Because of I think we spoke about it in our little chat. Well, I tried to speak about it, and I just kept getting told I was wrong. So
I shared that reel.
You shared that reel.
The reel.
So essentially, my issue with modern shows, especially some of the Marvel ones, is that that and The Boys, like Daredevil and The Boys, have been super dark in like their visuals, and it's difficult to make out things on screen. And I think it's due to I was speaking to one of my best pals about this, and he was like, it might be to do with like the big HDR cameras that offer so much scope for light. You can fix a lot of it in post-prod, but they don't, and everything's just left feeling quite flat. And I get that, Daredevil is lit with red light, and Kingpin is lit with white light, and Bullseye is lit with blue, but that's color theory. That's different. Yeah, they're two different things. I mean, you can still have lovely dynamic lighting and properly illuminate your characters and scenes and still use color theories. But I mean, like, best example is look at the Battle of Helm's Deep in Lord of the Rings. You can see everything that's happening in those shots, but it's nighttime. You can still see everything, and I feel like that's a gripe I have with modern television. But bar that, and bar some of the shots where it didn't actually show Kingpin hitting someone, it cut away too quickly. I'm really enjoying Daredevil.
Okay.
I think it's I loved episode 5 where they did all the flashbacks. Spoilers for Daredevil season 2. I loved all the flashbacks. I love that they actually knuckled down and fucking killed a character.
Yay.
Well done.
We like death. We like death.
We do
like death.
Death. To bring it back to Lord of the Rings, Daredevil is red. That is what I have to
Well, he's
offer.
wearing a black suit right now, though.
It's black and red. Black and red.
It's majoritively black.
Majority black now, Paul.
There's some red.
You got the red symbol. So we are currently living in the golden age of television, according to Andrew Grayson, with our 4 shows on at once. Obviously, Invincible is now done. I just want to kind of ask before we get going on the chat for today, just kind of where we're sitting with those 4 shows in terms of the order, because I don't think I've actually asked Joseph for his order yet. So as things stand, where would you rank them all? So I think for me at the minute it goes The Boys, and now I would say that Maul has actually overtaken Invincible. So it's The Boys, Invincible, Maul, and then number 1 is Daredevil for moi. What do we think? Where are they all sitting at the minute?
Before I give my answers, where's Paul sitting?
Right here in my room. Sorry.
See, Joseph, right? You looked at the camera there, but that's your humor. That is the kind of jokes that you make.
Oh,
you can't.
So, sorry, I'm going to do a tangent here. So, me and my pal Steph were coming out of the gym yesterday, and we're standing at the bus stop waiting to catch the bus, as you do at a bus stop. And this old man is just standing there minding his business, and he toddles up to us. And he said, he was like, "Boys, what do you call 2 banana peels on the ground?" And I was like, "What?" And he went, "Pair of slippers," and just walked away. I'm like, who is this man? That's all he was there for.
Sorry about that, Joseph. Yeah, can't resist a good...
It was good prosthetics, Paul. Very good prosthetics.
I can't resist a good toddle.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
where are you sitting for those shows?
My ranking, I would say, maybe the boys, and then Invincible, only because Invincible was quite good. But I'm torn a little bit between Invincible and the boys, I think. But then definitely a close one between Maul and then Daredevil, I think, for me. But yeah, boys, Invincible, Maul, Daredevil.
And can we just point out as well that he's put both a Star Wars show and a Marvel show at the top of that list? Well, how the times have changed.
How the turntables.
How the turntable. I
think for me, like, it's got to be Boys is on bottom. I'm thinking this season of The Boys is poor.
Mm-hmm.
Invincible is just above that, because this season of Invincible is poor. It's easily a 6 out of 10. Then you've got Daredevil is above that. And then I I know that Maul is going to be... I've not started Maul yet, but I know that Maul is going to be above Daredevil. I know in my heart, I'm going to really enjoy it.
Yeah. It has been good. It has been. And it's got... I would say it's got steadily better each episode. It started well. I'm not saying it started badly. I'm saying I think it's just kind of gradually just kept that up that good trajectory for the whole season. So, I'm really liking it now.
The last couple of episodes there were...
Yeah. And that's got, 2 episodes left as well? Maybe Maul
think so.
Do Maul and Daredevil finish next week then? So we must be doing a two for next week. We'll be doing 2 podcasts next week.
I've got to catch up.
Joseph. We need you on. We need all 4 of us for these ones, I think. Fantastic. So let's stick with the TV then, because I think we'll save CinemaCon chat for last, because obviously CinemaCon was the biggest kind of news story from this month, and all the things that kind of came out of that. But we'll stick with TV. I wanted to bring up, on my end, a British show that has come back, and it is genuinely it is a sequel series to one of my favourite British television shows of all time, which was W1A. And it is a hilarious show, if you haven't seen W1A, about working in the BBC, and it stars Hugh Bonneville in the lead role of I think his job title is Director of Integrity, which kind of shows you the kind of tone of the show. And essentially, to be fair to the BBC make the show themselves, and it kind of really poked fun at working at the BBC, working in the industry itself. And kind of all the things that kind of entails with that, and how the things are all kind of set up in these kind of establishments. So it's incredibly funny, incredibly clever British humour. So I'd recommend checking that out. But anyway, we had a sequel to that, which is called 2026. Because W1A itself was a sequel to 2012. So this is a 2026, which is about setting up for the World Cup, which is happening this year. So Hugh Bonneville's character has been brought across essentially to help the team get all that going. It's really good. It's been really fun. The show, both W1A and 2026, has probably my favorite, one of my favorite comedic characters of all time, in a character called Will, the intern, who Hugh Skinner fantastically plays. I don't know if you know who Hugh Skinner is, but he played William in The Windsors, and he's also kind of been in a couple of things.
Oh, him!
Genuinely, nothing. I don't think anything has made me laugh louder, more manically than his character in this show. He is just so fucking silly. Silly is the wrong word. He is so naive and idiotic, but he's so adorable, and he's also just like, it's just so exactly what an intern in these kind of places is like, and kind of just someone who has kind of gone through like life, and then it reminds me of I don't know if anyone remembers like the Harry Enfield stuff back in the day, probably before Joseph's time. Joseph too young for that.
I grew up watching some of that. So maybe I was born after it, but I still watched it.
It reminds me of remember Tim Nice but Dim. That kind of vibe. It's so specific, but very, very, very good. So yeah, recommend W1A for those of you who haven't seen it. Should be on BBC iPlayer just now, I imagine.
I'm looking at the cast, the main cast of W1A, and it's
stacked.
Studded.
It's stacked.
You have can you name? We'll say 3 big players from it. You've already got Hugh Bonneville.
Yeah, Jason Watkins, who's
you've got Jason
so
Watkins.
funny in it. Who else?
Megan the Stallion.
Megan the Stallion.
Jessica Hines is in it, I think.
Jessica Hines.
Yeah, there's loads more though. Like it's you've got the Welsh actress who's amazing in it, who actually was in an episode of Black Mirror with my brother. Just a little name drop. She was in an episode of Black Mirror with my brother, the Scottish one. She tortures him actually. She tortures my brother.
Do you remember who plays the character Jack Peterson?
Jack Peterson.
Yeah,
Jack
a little known actor. He was also in that. He actually shares accolades with another actor that's in W1A. This character played a young reporter in the show Broadchurch.
Is this young
Jonathan
actor?
Bailey?
Jonathan Bailey.
Yes. Of course. Yeah.
Do you remember who narrates W1A, Craig?
Yes. My father, David Tennant.
It's a great cast. You've also got Daniel Ings, Joe Fry, Jason. I love Jason Watkins. You've already mentioned.
He is so good at it.
Nina Sosiana, she's fantastic.
Yes, she's great.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to watch this.
You'd really find it funny, I think.
It gives me like if there was the vibes are if there was a kids version of The Thick of It.
Yes, it is.
That's
it
what
is
it's
kind of similar
me.
to that. Yeah, it is very much that. The bureaucracy
Thick
kind
of It's brilliant.
Stuff. Yeah.
I would love to do like a retrospective series on Thick of It and get you guys to sit and watch it and we talk about it because we're not political as a podcast, but
do we talk about the thing? Do we talk about The Thing on it or the?
No, that's Marvel. I don't think he's got to do with.
Well, strictly speaking, that's John Carpenter, but who's splitting hairs here? But
oh, jeez, honestly,
lovely.
So the other the other bit of TV news that I know Paul has up to date with. I don't think Joseph is, but so we'll kind of keep it spoiler free, Paul. Keep it spoiler free, but kind of just give us our thoughts on a TV show that's kind of been airing predominantly in April that we've not had a chance to actually review on the podcast yet, which is Scrubs. The revival of Scrubs has come back. Paul, I'll start with you because you've seen the whole thing. As I keep it spoiler free for Joseph and everyone else who's not seen it. But what have you thought of Scrubs, the revival series so far?
Joseph, how much have you seen of this?
I have only seen the first episode.
Okay, all right, that's fine. I can work with that. So first episode, we've got the big main 3 back. Was feeling quite positive about Scrubs overall. Of course, we're introducing new characters, the new the intern? Yeah, I think they're interns.
Yeah.
And we've also got an appearance from big old Dr. Cox in the first episode. Overall, I was progressively less enthused with Scrubs. I think it's a difficult thing to do because they've brought something back that was away for almost 20 years, and we're having to hit the ground running, especially after one of the best finales in a sort of sitcom ever. Or would you call Scrubs a sitcom?
Yeah, Scrubs is a sitcom.
Yeah, Scrubs is a sitcom, yeah.
So like probably one of the best finales ever. So coming back from that, and then things have kind of reset a bit, which I get why they do, but I don't really like. And there's things like that have annoyed me a little bit. I feel like, me personally, we saw episodes in the main run of Scrubs. The one spoiler I will make, it does happen in the first episode, is that JD becomes the chief of medicine. And I would say all throughout, whether it's season one, just seeing him be a bastard, or making these choices because it makes more money for the hospital or whatever, and then eventually later on more humanizing him, Dr. Kelso had all kinds of problems, like being the chief of medicine. And I feel like the biggest one he's come across is like a vending machine or something, like, or I don't know, like the robot, or whose friend does he give the funding to or so. I feel like we need to see a lot more on that side from JD. I think it was very. I think maybe the word is a bit shallow in parts. I feel like they can go a lot deeper. But what I will say is I did quite enjoy the last couple of episodes. I think the penultimate episode is probably the best one. And I think we've got a far clearer series arc for season 2 of the revival of Scrubs. So I think I'm more optimistic about a next season. I think they're maybe just testing the ground with this one at the moment. But
I got that impression with the first episode. We also felt like it was too short. It felt like it had been cut down.
That's the royal we.
That is the vibe, I would say, of the series as a whole.
Yeah. It felt like I've said for ages the Scrubs effect that shows can have, where it's like happy, fun, and then out of nowhere David Lawrence hits you with a baseball bat of emotions. To quote such
Who's
famous
playing
lines,
the fray? Who's playing the fray?
Yes, who's playing the fray? Where do you think we are?
From?
When I used to work in retail, my shop manager, he was quite. It was difficult to vibe with him, but I once made a Scrubs reference. He was like, "Oh, I really like Scrubs," and that's kind of how we bonded. And there was like, to boost morale, I would mention it and stuff. But there was one day he caught me round the side of one of the aisles, and he just went, "Joseph, where do you think we are?" And I was like, "That was fucking cruel. Don't do that again," because we both bonded on how lovely that episode was. But to get back to the point, I feel like the revival in the first episode was trying to force a Scrubs moment, as opposed to let it happen naturally, like with Turk and that sort of plot line.
To be fair, though, best he's ever acted, in my opinion. That was incredible.
Yeah,
it showed how much he's grown as an actor over the last little bit. But yeah, carry on.
I think as characters, as actors, as for the script and for those moments to land, especially in a revival, people are wanting more of that world they loved, more of the world. Like me, I grew up watching Scrubs. I want more of that world. I want to see and hear and live in that world more. And I think 22 minutes, including your opening and closing credits, that's not enough time. Conversely, we're also watching The Pit right now, and The Pit is a fantastic medical drama. It is so good. The premise is fantastic. It's almost like a spiritual successor to ER. And each episode is almost like an hour long, and it's 1 hour in the same day. So it like starts at 8 a.m. and it continues. The whole season is just one
Yeah,
day.
I heard that. That sounds
It's
very interesting as a
fucking-
concept.
Craig, you would love it. You would love this show.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
I must admit, I find medical dramas quite hard, as in the sense of I don't like. I think I would enjoy the show, but I don't like that sort of like trauma based show stuff. Like even when Scrubs gets a bit sad, I'm a bit like sitting back.
Oh,
going,
there's I burst into tears in the last episode. It was amazing. There's also trigger warning for gore. 3, 2, 1. There is a degloving in the first episode.
That's fine.
Awful.
Yeah, you just take your
own
gloves
time.
off.
In your own time, you look up what that is. But the pit, fantastic, and you get all those character modes. You get to breathe. But
oh no, Paul,
yeah.
no.
Paul's looking up what that is live.
Oh god. Starring, by the way, young Dracula, I believe, is in the pit, which I'm delighted to see him getting his moment. Did you ever watch Young Dracula back in the day, Joseph? Was
Dracula?
Yeah, on CBBC. That was like one of our staples at RA. I don't know whether... Yeah, Young Dracula is... He's in it. He is in the pit.
That's how I know him!
Yeah.
He's... Oh my god!
How cool is that, though? How cool is that?
That is awesome!
Yeah.
I was like, I know you from somewhere.
Yeah.
I've read it. I don't really understand what it is, so I'm just going to hit images.
Fantastic.
Why didn't you warn me?
Yeah, Scrubs. Yeah. Anyway,
Hang on, I need to get
my
some-
tangent is over.
I need to get some
So I
disinfectant from my phone. Hang on.
Yeah, please do. So I think that for me, Scrubs, a couple of things. I think that, to be honest with you, of all the attempts at a revival series, it is one of the better ones. It isn't bad at all. It's not like I was hating my life watching it. I think it's really hard to do a revival series. Not many people can do it properly. It is one of the better ones, as I said. For me, I have two biggest gripes. One is what Joseph has already said. I feel like some of the episodes were cut a wee bit short, and I think in the times that we now have, why are they conforming to the old format of like the 20-25 minute episodes when they don't have to do that anymore? They could do a full half an hour if they wanted to. They could do a bit longer. They don't have, because they're not on network TV anymore. They could do like 30 minutes, 40 minutes if they need to, when. They don't have to be cutting it to a certain time, in my opinion. But my biggest gripe with the thing, and again, it's kind of alluding to what Paul said as well, they broke up JD and Elliot. Now, here's my 2 cents on this, right? And this is my major gripe with any kind of revival series in general, is that we don't want to know these things. It's the same reason why I didn't want the Star Wars sequel trilogy to happen. We don't want to know, because we were set up with this happy ending, this hopeful ending of what might be, and Scrubs especially with the way Scrubs ended. We don't want to know these things. We don't want to know that, oh, it didn't work out, it didn't happen, this played it this way. And all they're doing it for is to extend the life of the show, as was the original premise of the original show, is that JD and Elliot were not together, on and again, off again, the usual kind of trope in mainly American TV shows, where you get the on again, off again relationship to kind of keep the audience hooked, Ross and Rachel, all that nonsense. And they're just doing it again, I think, to be honest with you. And what makes me more annoyed about it is that, I think I said this to Paul when we last met up for the cinema and stuff, like, you don't have Carla in it, because she's obviously not available to do a main role. She's guest starring. So you don't have the Turk and Carla relationship in the show anymore as much. So why not make that the JD and Elliot relationship? And you can still have the tension between them, because now JD is her boss. So that would cause tension in the relationship. You don't have to have them broken up. It doesn't make it, that was my biggest about the show. But as Paul said, there's some good stuff in there. The penultimate episode is really good. I won't spoil why, but it's great. And there's some genuinely good moments in this. And to be honest with you, compared to Scrubs season 9, I think the new cast, the interns, are way more in line and in keeping with the original show than season 9 was, and the characters that they introduced there. I think that these guys feel like the Keiths of the world that we had in the original show. Like, you know what I mean?
Is that your favourite intern, Keith?
I loved Keith. Fucking loved Keith. I like that whole dynamic of that character and stuff. He was great, but you know what I mean. Like I think that I must admit I am vibing a lot more with the new cast, and I think that if for example they were to do a trajectory where they tried to make the main cast less of the main characters and introduce these guys as the main characters, while it wouldn't be better, I think it would work better than season 9 did because of who these characters are and how they've been introduced. So we'll see what they do with it. But I do think they're probably going to stick to their guns and keep JD as the main voice of the show and stuff. We'll see though, because you never know. Paul, anything to add before we move on to CinemaCon?
Yeah, no, you hit on all the points. I think the episodes could be a bit longer. I think my word is a bit shallow, and I think that's maybe there's a bit surface level. With like see the thing with Turk in the first episode, and everyone was praising it. I was like, I want to see more of that. We touch on it and then never go back to it again.
That's a very good point, actually. There are things that hang and don't get paid off. Yes.
If this is a thing, let's see it affect and that would happen in the original series. We would touch on things and we would come back to them throughout that particular season. And I'm like let's. It just feels like we're doing this week, and then this week it's back to normal. We're doing this and back. I would really prefer a less resetting of how everyone feels with each episode. I like I said, not bad. I just want a bit more, and I think it would be a really good show if they do.
Also, minor spoiler, Joseph, just to cover your ears. Thank you. JD going to the bar with his interns is fucking creepy, and that should not be happening. He is their boss, and he is twice their age. What was that about? Okay. Welcome back, Joseph.
I can't believe they killed JD off in the second episode.
I know, wow. Right? I know.
Yeah. It was Dr. Cox in the library with the gun.
Right. Let's go on to our main story then for this week's catch-up. Or sorry, this month's catch-up. We're now doing monthly catch-ups. Which is CinemaCon. CinemaCon happened this week. There's a lot of major announcements kind of happening off the back of that. The biggest takeaways for me were two things. Number one, the IMAX versus Infinity Vision war that has erupted with Avengers Doomsday saying, we can't have IMAX, so we're going to make our own screen. Because Dune has obviously taken over that time slot for IMAX. So that is interesting, which I quite enjoyed seeing that all play out. But we also obviously got announcements there. We got the Doomsday trailer that happened there, which the public has not seen. Hence Andrew's hissy fit. So we don't know what's actually going to be in that footage yet. There's been rumors, but they kind of have kept it quite under lock and key. I would say this time there's not been. I haven't managed to find any leaks anyway. So we'll talk about that maybe a little bit. But I think for me, and this is something that Paul will be able to jump in on because he is the one who has been the runaway train with this theory that was going to happen, and hey, it's paying off, and that is that mainly games and that IP is being utilized, adapted, bastardized, whatever you want to call it. They are shelling it out and putting out as TV and films, and generally IP as well. The majority of all the films that were announced at CinemaCon, the big ones anyway, were all either sequels, prequels, or inspired by some kind of IP that already exists. So let's start there, shall we, gentlemen? Paul, are you still so smug about the fact that you called this about 2-3 years ago and Andrew did not believe you? He said no. He said it wasn't going to happen. He said that they weren't going to overtake the superhero genre. But I think here we are. I think it is happening.
I called it, and I mean, to his credit, Andrew Grayson remains defiant in the face of overwhelming odds. Reason. He's still saying boo earns, but we'll see if everyone else is.
Wait, Paul, wouldn't he be saying boo and we're saying boo earns?
I thought it'd be the other way around, but
isn't boo earns the good one? Because we're saying boo earns to the video game stuff, but he's saying boo to the video game stuff.
That makes sense in this particular context, but he would also be the only one saying "Boo Earns."
You're isolating him. I see.
Yeah,
I
there we
see.
go.
Statement retracted, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Well,
Anyway, I think we're seeing it this year alone with Mario, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. I've got a lot pinning on Street Fighter at the moment, and I don't feel nervous about that in the slightest after having seen the trailer.
Sorry, Paul. We need to pause the CinemaCon chat for a second because you know why? Because the viewers actually have not had the discussion. We've had this discussion on our group chat, but we've not had this discussion in public yet. And that is that Paul has had one of his films come in on the movie draft, and it is the one that yours truly counterpicked, which means it was locked in, and that Paul could not swap it out.
Joseph clearly doesn't know this yet. No.
Did Joseph not see this part of the chat? Paul, can I just say that it's actually, I think, gotten worse?
No, don't
say that. It has gotten worse. Oh my God.
This Animal Farm.
It's gotten worse. So,
oh my God.
Joseph, for
I'm going to look it up.
For context, Joseph, right? We told Paul that it was sitting at 36% when we last spoke. Paul, do you want to guess where it's sitting now? Do you want to guess where it's sitting now, Paul? Yeah, you can see by Joseph's face that it has gotten worse, Paul. It's gotten worse. Yeah. Where do you think it is, Paul?
30?
Lower.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God. 25?
24.
Oh, you were so close.
24%, Paul. And that also means, folks, that your boy, the challenger for this year, has gained, 46 points?
Yeah, 46 points.
So I am by far and away, by the way, in the lead at the minute. I had to have a wee look at the old...
but remember, this
Excel.
happened last time.
Oh,
this happened last time. And your britches got very fucking big, Mooney. Very fucking big. You strapped on those wax wings and you flew. You flew so high in the sky. Little Daedalus sitting down there was like, oh, here we go. Mooney's about to fall. It's going to happen again. Just you wait.
I'm not going to be nowhere near as smug on the midway point of this year's movie draft for sure after the last year. But I will say I think I'm going to be going into that halfway point with a bigger lead than last time, based on what I've seen of, and depending on how Supergirl does as well. That could be quite the mountain to climb for everyone else, dare I say, unless I absolutely fuck it again, which I probably will. Meanwhile... Yeah, you could have good word. Meanwhile, sorry, let's go back to CinemaCon.
Does that undo some of my lovely Project Hail Mary points? Like, do you think that balance out?
I think it'll balance out. I think all
your bonus points are gone.
Yeah, they're gone,
yeah.
Paul. But Paul, carry on. I'm just going to look at the old spreadsheet while you talk, and I'll tell you how bad things are for you in a sec. Carry on.
So let's have a wee run through of the stuff that was announced, Paul, while Craig's going through his little spreadsheet. So obviously you've got the Infinity Vision.
Hold
on, pause as we all roll our eyes. There was first 17 minutes debut footage of The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yes, we got some Mando and Grogu.
They're feeling hopeful about it. They're feeling hopeful about that and Starfighter. They're saying this is going to be us back in the cinema with Star Wars. So, you never know.
Nothing I have seen about Mando and Grogu has made me go, oh yeah, that's going to turn Star Wars around. I think nothing about this. It just looks like an extended episode of Mandalorian and Grogu. They have revealed nothing of interest in the trailer. Now, maybe I'm wrong, but I doubt it. The Mandalorian was obviously one of the better things from Disney Star Wars, but the season 3, if this is a big long episode of season 3 Mandalorian, then I'm not so sure.
Stinky poo.
Yeah. Lizzo and Jack Black included.
Yeah, bigger and better though. Did we enjoy Bruce Buffer's little cameo during when he got to instruct the audience to travel back to 1993 and ask if they're ready to rumble? Well, not ready to rumble, but
Let's get
talking about
ready
Street
to
Fight.
rumble.
The more I see about the Street Fighter stuff, the more excited I am, because there's only two possibilities for this film. Possibility number one, it's gonna be great, and we're gonna enjoy ourselves, or it's gonna be shit, and we're gonna enjoy ourselves. Either they know it's gonna be
Does
a
Paul
Street
have
Fighter film.
Mortal Kombat 2 as well? Was that a bomb?
Yeah,
or
he's
did
got both of them. He has got both.
Did he pick that, or was that a bomb?
That was a bomb.
Did I give that as a bomb?
That was a bomb.
I think did I give that as your bomb? Oh God,
You
Paul,
did.
you are so fucked, man. You are so fucked. Like so, but well, can I just say that what I found quite funny as I was looking at the list there, that while you are fucked, guess who's still behind you?
It's me, isn't it? Yeah.
Classic.
How many films has
but
he had
hey, look,
released?
But that's like, to be fair to Joseph, he's not had many come out yet. He's not had a chance to kind of get his score back up. All that's happened is that he's had nothing. All that's happened is that he's just badly picked Peaky Blinders. That was counterpicked my good film. So you know,
I've lost point. I lost a fair whack of points on that, didn't I?
Yeah, you lost 20, so it's minus 20 you're on right now. Paul's on.
We can make those numbers up.
Yeah. You've had worse. Paul's on minus 18. Andrew is on 66. And
is he on 66 already?
Andrew's on 66 because I think he's had a couple of films come out. Yeah, he's had.
I genuinely think he's cheating on this movie draft.
He got he got the Ready or Not points, and he did really well on Hoppers. That's what it was. Guys, do you want to just have a wee? I'm trying not to be smug here. I'm just going to say I'm not going to drag out. I'm just going to say Craig Andrew Mooney is currently sitting on 121 points. 121 points.
We need to look at these sums. The numbers are skewed. The numbers are skewed.
I don't like this. I don't like this whatsoever.
Lot of spreadsheet. So go take out with her, Joseph.
I can't argue with her. She knows much more than I do.
Well, I can. So where is she? Get her out of the editor box.
She's currently at work.
We take with a pinch
She's
of salt.
working a normal job, unlike the rest of us.
Exactly. Take it with a pinch of salt though, because guess what I've got to come? I've still got little. Was it Fokker and Law? What's it called? Is that the
Fokker and Law?
Yeah, so I've got that bomb to come from Andrew, and that notoriously gets like 10%. Yeah. So I think I'm going to lose some points there.
Well, did you see the trailer for Hokum? They've finally released a trailer for Hokum.
Yes.
What are your thoughts?
I'm really excited for it. I don't actually tend to watch this sort of film, but I actually might because of how well it's being received, and also it's Andrew Scott, is that and Adam Scott.
I saw it and I was like, this looks good, but I don't think it's as good as we were expecting it to be because of Adam Scott being it. I think it's because what did one of the best horror films I've seen, the Hugh Grant one, what was it?
Heretic.
Hereditary is different.
Yes.
So Heretic
still a horror film.
Heretic is 89% on Rotten Tomatoes. I think Hokum might be sitting at a cool 78 once the ratings settle. That's the vibe I get from it. Now,
well, that would certainly get my points down, because it is going down. It was a wee bit higher than it is now. It's 88 right now, and it was higher. It was in the 90s, so I think probably it might drop, which is fine. It's all good. It's all good. All right, it's all good. What was your Adam Scott interview news, Joseph? While we're talking about
so he did an interview saying that he knows how Severance is going to end. He already knows how it's ending.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
Which he's obviously not given anything.
They've got a plan.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
Good to know they've got a plan.
Which is very, very good.
Yeah.
And he said there are going to be some surprising elements within the third season of Severance. We know that Ben Stiller's not coming back to direct, which I hope isn't a death knell. but I also hope it means that we get. I'm going to quickly look up her name.
Oh, the
because I
cinematographer that the
Yes,
directed. Yes, she was great. Yes, I remember us talking about her.
Jessica Lee Gagne.
Yes.
I really hope that she comes back to direct more episodes because, as we said when we did the Severance season 2 podcast,
all those years ago,
greatest episodes of television
Yes.
that we have ever seen.
It definitely was, despite what Andrew thinks.
But Andrew wasn't thinking while watching it. He was expecting the Marvel treatment and getting fed the information on a dusty Robert Downey Jr. shaped platter.
And that was my last topic of conversation, which was to appease Andrew. We must just very quickly talk about the Doomsday trailer. There's been a few things that's going to come out of it. We've obviously got Chris Evans is back. That's been confirmed now in terms of like he's going to be a big part in it. So is Thor. So the OG cast seem to be the big players still within this film. They are saying that it's going to essentially pick up after the events of the last Avengers film and just kind of tweet with everything else kind of a little bit to the side and just going to say we're just going to kind of take things from here. So I will ask you both. I'm contractually obligated to ask you as guest host: are we in any way more excited for this film after the hype that's kind of been coming in from around the trailer, from around CinemaCon? Do we have any bits of excitement about it, or are we still where we are?
You know the clip of Jeremy Clarkson reacting to something bad, and he says, "Oh no." Anyway, that's how I feel about it. I politely, respectfully couldn't care less.
If Andrew were here, he would be screaming at us right now.
Yeah.
In fact, I like to think he's screaming at us right now. Actually,
could you give us a soundbite of what that would sound like, Paul?
Fucking love Marvel, will ye? Just fucking love it.
I love how as soon as he's not here, the impression just gets. It's like we're excited children that just get to do the impression because he's not here. Oh,
Dad's not here. So, I mean, I have like two takeaways from the Doomsday announcement sort of thing. Both of them are completely unrelated to the film. Number one, I didn't realize how short Anthony Russo was. Is it Anthony Russo or Joe Russo? The one I'm looking at an image, and it's the one with the grey hair.
I'm not sure. I think
he genuinely looks like someone has like selected him in Photoshop and shrunk him down to about 85%. There's a weird perspective thing happening. It looks like he's standing further back on the stage. Shout out to our short kings out there. We also the fact that describing the opening as Professor X being in the mansion, Doctor Doom lands outside and in an accented voice speaks in a voiceover. I don't know. I'm not sure I've heard Robert Downey Jr. speak in an accent since Tropic Thunder, so I don't know.
Yeah, Sherlock. Sherlock as well, I suppose. He did a British accent then.
Hold on. He was doing a British accent in Sherlock. Was he? Was he, Craig?
I quite like his accent in Sherlock.
That is okay, Paul. That explains a lot about you.
Yes, that's where he gets most of his accent work from. Now we know.
And the thing, and I don't know if this annoys you, but recently there's been a lot of voiceover roles I've gone up for that I have not gotten, for one simple reason. And I'm genuinely not bitter about it. The role will go to the best voice actor, but a lot of them, and they're primarily American roles or American castings, that say we're not looking for an actor with an accent. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what is it? Those of us who can speak, what do all of us possess? Yes, an accent. Everyone has an accent. So what are you looking for?
No, but Joseph, they're looking for real people. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for real people with real accents.
It's a thing that annoys me about
No,
Mentality across
Joseph.
the pond. It's like they don't have an accent,
No.
but everyone else does.
No, Joseph,
Fucks me off.
you don't. You are an actor, therefore you are not
Okay.
a real person. You are. We're looking for real people with
Similar
real
argument.
accents.
It's a similar
okay.
similar problem.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
So, do we think to hone back to my point that I was flippantly trying to make? Do we think the Doctor Doom accent's going to be good? What do we think it's going to sound like?
Oh wait, hang on.
Oh.
All right. If I was to surmise what I thought Downey Jr. Doom accent, I don't know why. If he's just going to be
Borat.
Tony Stark, why he needs an accent? But I'm loving this little addition here. So I'm hoping it's going to be something like
If he doesn't do Borat, I'm going to be disappointed.
Charles Xavier. I need to hear from you. I am Dr. Doom of Latveria, and I want to see where the infinity key bones are. Give me those key bones, yeah. Something like that.
You know the advert. I think it's for Halifax or Santander, where the boy's sitting at dinner with his like parents-in-law, and he looks at the word Gravelax and doesn't know, and he searches it up, and there's a Scandinavian man on a boat in the vision shouting over what Gravelax is in Swedish or whatever. That's what you sounded like, Paul.
That was my Doctor Doom.
Okay.
I am
Craig,
accepting the roles or subsequent roles from this. I know Doom has been cast, but if they're looking
Paul's accepting rolls. Craig's accepting baguettes. Me, I'll stick with a buttery. Craig, what do you think? What do you think Doctor Doom's going to sound like? Can you give us better than what Paul gave us?
And that's a wrap on our CinemaCon chat. So I think we can. No, I think I wouldn't do the impression, but I do think that he will lean more into. I think there's been a few iterations of Doctor Doom with like in the games and stuff where he has that kind of Slavic kind of twang. I think to his voice.
Yeah.
I think that's the kind of vibe, isn't it, that we're kind of going for. I think it probably is a smart thing to do to kind of separate him from Iron Man and Tony Stark, to kind of not do the American accent. I think it would be a bit jarring, I think, for people to hear. I'm just hoping to beyond hope still that they are not going to do he's really Tony Stark, but he's a bad Tony Stark. And I want them just to make him Doom. Just make him Doom. I don't want this. He could be good.
He's
I did see a really cool theory
Tony Stark. He's
not a bad Tony Stark, but he's puppeting Tony Stark's body. Like in the same way that Doctor Strange puppeted a version of Doctor Strange in Multiverse of Madness. If we remember that film, because I think it's like I saw someone's theory about Doom using like his own magic and science to kind of find Tony and that sort of body when like the blip happens, or I can't remember the theory exactly, but he's essentially come back to puppet Doctor Doom, to puppet Tony Stark and his dead body, and he uses Stark technology to essentially keep Tony's rotting corpse alive.
Ooh.
If they did that
could be interesting. Cool. That could be interesting.
Wouldn't that be a little multiverse of mildness of them? Didn't Stephen Strange pilot a dead Stephen Strange or something like that?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I said. But I think it'd be cool. They'd probably pull it off better.
It was so cool the first time they did it. So yeah,
yeah.
Okay. With everyone was talking about multiverse of mildness after it was done. Like that was the best Marvel movie ever.
It's my favorite flavoring at Nando's.
Yeah, it really is. It's cracking.
What's your favourite flavour at Nando's? Tell us in the comments, folks. No, if you could all, in the comments, we've had a few topics there today. We've had Scrubs, we've had CinemaCon, the debate around IP, the debate around the different screens. Are you excited for Infinity Vision? Are you excited for Doomsday? Are you champing at the bit? Sorry, to get the trailer like Andrew. Let us know in the comments. Let us know your thoughts. We want to engage with you, so please drop a comment. We'll reply. We do reply. You know, we do that. One of us will get back to you within 2 to 3 working days. But yeah, if it's Paul, you're in luck because he will go off on one. Especially if it's Marvel related. But yeah, let us know in the comments your thoughts and all that stuff. Oh, Paul, you've got something to add before we wrap things up?
I just noticed there's going to be a Bloodborne animated film. I never heard of that.
Yep.
So that'll be interesting. Do you like the Bloodborne?
Oh.
The Bloodborne?
Oh, it's okay. So we will talk about that when there's more news. Because I will be popping off about that.
Fantastic.
Because I think good old Marcus Fischbach of Markiplier fame has started a trend, and I hope that trend of video game movies.
I was going to say, and what is Bloodborne? It's a
Bloodborne's a video game, Paul.
Yeah.
Paul, I think it's a game that you would really... Wait, hold on. Silly me, it's a PlayStation exclusive, Paul.
You had a chance, Joseph. You had a chance to get in my good graces, and you chose to wave it in my face. Well, just you wait. As the future winner of this year's movie draft, you will soon change your tune, mister. I promise you that. Just you wait. Oh, look at the smug laugh. Just wait.
If Paul wins the movie draft, then I think we should give him more creative control over the show next year.
That's what I'm saying.
He gets to plan a season.
Yeah,
he gets to plan a season of the show.
Yeah, he gets to actually host a season or a film or something other than the Christmas special, which is go watch the Christmas special, the holiday special. It was great. It was great. So if you want
to do with Christmas,
yes, it did. It mainly was taking the piss out of Andrew, which is even better, and us, me and Joseph.
We love you, Andrew. We love you.
Paul got his revenge on all of us. It was great. So if you want to follow him, he's at Joseph with an F. He's at Spirit Story on most social media platforms. I'm at Craig Andrew Mooney. But hey, we don't want your follow because we want you to follow the podcast. It's at With Mates Pod everywhere: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all the main ones. Social media, yeah, I know what I'm doing. But we are there. Please follow us. Let's get the subscriber numbers up. Let's get more people viewing these videos because we love doing this. We do love making these videos for you all. So tell your friends. Word of mouth is the best form of marketing, as you know. Tell people that you like this show. Tell them why you like this show. It's hopefully four Scottish people in the industry just having a laugh together, having a chat. It's good fun. It's always good fun. So we'll see you next time for, I think, Daredevil, Maul next week. See you then. Later's on the Menji.
Go see the Marvel. It's a great time.
I was like if Mario and Borat had a baby.